Imagine waking up one morning and realizing something terrifying. Not that people are ignoring you, but that their minds are actively deleting you. You smile at a stranger and they look through you. You speak to your best friend and they ask your name. You call your own sister and she hangs up because she doesn't recognize your voice. It doesn't happen instantly. It's slow, brutal, precise, like watching your own existence rot from the inside while you're still alive. Most people think death is the end, but for Adrian Cole, death would have been a mercy because what he experienced was far worse. He wasn't dying, he was being unremembered. It began on a Tuesday, not a dramatic day, not a tragic day, a painfully ordinary morning where the world should have felt usual. The sun was normal, the street was normal, his routine was normal, but something inside him wasn't. While brushing his teeth, Adrian felt a faint vibration deep under his ribs, like a tiny electric pulse running through bone. Not painful, not alarming, just wrong. Mild enough to ignore, strange enough to stay in his mind. He shook his head, rinsed his mouth, and stared into the bathroom mirror. For a second, no more than a blink, his reflection seemed slightly faded, as if the contrast had lowered. His eyes looked lighter, washed out. He blinked again. Everything was normal. He left his apartment and caught the morning bus. He always saw the same woman, the one who read the same yellow book, sat in the same spot, and smiled politely at him every morning. Today, she walked right past him without a glance. He thought she was distracted, maybe tired. But when he said, "Good morning," she turned her head slightly, confused, studying his face like he was a stranger trying to hit on her. "Oh, sorry," she said quietly. "Do I know you?" No sarcasm, no awkward laugh, pure confusion. Adrian forced a smile. "Never mind, my mistake." But inside, something tightened. Something in that pulse under his ribs shifted like gears clicking. At work, things got worse. His coworker Mark, his closest friend, the guy he had lunch with every day, looked at him blankly when Adrian approached his desk. "Hey man, did you finish the—" Mark cut him off. Sorry, do you work here?" Adrian froze. "Mark, it's me." Mark shook his head. "No, man. Sorry, that's weird though. You really look like someone I knew. You even sound similar." He walked away, leaving Adrian standing there like a ghost wearing human skin. Adrian returned to his cubicle trembling. He stared at his hands. For a brief half-second, under the office fluorescent lights, the skin on his fingers looked slightly translucent. He could see the faintest outline of bone. Then it vanished. He asked himself if he was having a breakdown, stress, mental collapse. But the world wasn't blurry. He wasn't dizzy. There were no hallucinations. Everything else was sharp, painfully real. Only people were changing. Only memories. Only recognition. At noon, his boss walked into the office. "Where's Adrian?" she asked the intern. "He hasn't checked in." Adrian stood right there, a few feet away. "I'm literally right here," he said, waving his arm slightly. Neither of them reacted. Not a flinch, not a glance, nothing. His voice passed through them like wind through empty clothes. That night, when he returned home, he found a letter on his table. Plain white envelope. No stamp, no name. Insedait, a single sentence. "You're not being forgotten. You're being unremembered." On the back, a hand-drawn symbol, a circle made of interlocking lines resembling a sun sketched by someone who had never seen the sky, and beneath it, scratched in with something sharp. "We are the keepers." That night, Adrian barely slept. At 3:14 a.m., he jolted awake with his heart pounding, breath shallow. The vibration under his ribs was now a steady pulse, not matching his heartbeat. Slower, deeper, like a countdown. He stumbled to the bathroom. His reflection lagged a fraction of a second behind. He raised his hand. His reflection raised it slightly. "Late," he whispered. "What the hell?" His reflection whispered too, 1 second late, with a voice that wasn't his. It was deeper, colder, distorted. He slammed the mirror cabinet shut and backed away, shaking. Panicking, he called his sister, Mia. She answered, "Hello?" "Mia, it's me." "Who?" "It's Adrian." Silence. "Sorry, I don't know any Adrian." "Mia, what the hell? It's your brother." "Listen, whoever you are, don't call again." She hung up. He stared at his phone. His hands were shaking, not from fear. Fear was too small for what he felt. This was dread, slow-blooming existential terror. The pulse inside him throbbed like something alive. He felt lightheaded, like the world was pulling away from him.